Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to 6 Days I Am Bob 6. And let's jump right into it. I've decided I'm going to take a break from all the dark and serious stuff. I try to cover everything that everyone asks me to do. And I don't mind doing it. I do have an opinion about everything. And sometimes I think I have a little bit of different take on it than what a lot of people do. And my main goal there is just to try to make people think. Stop and think about what you're doing. My main passion in life is making people laugh. Always has been. As far back as I can remember, I've enjoyed making people laugh. And I'll do what it takes to get the laugh. And I'll keep doing it until the laughter stops. Which is my segue into my first story. When I was in the 5th grade, I was so bad, which also happened to be when I found out I was a class clown, and could make 32 kids laugh at will. Will was the oddball kid that sat next to me. Not really. I could make them laugh whenever I wanted, and I dug that power. That was amazing. The problem is, I had a weak teacher who couldn't handle me. And when I finally pushed her to the breaking point and made her cry, they moved me to a teacher who was just as hard-headed as me. So she sat me in, I'm just going to call him Scuba Steve, because God forbid I say his name on my video and go, oh, I'm suing. So me and Scuba Steve, he was not a leader, but he did whatever I was doing. So we both had to sit behind the teacher. And one day I said, Tutti Frutti in my booty. And it made Scuba laugh. So I said it again, and he's rolling. And the harder he laughed, the more I got tickled. I kept saying it. And finally, the teacher turned around and said, if you don't stop saying that, you will write it 100 times. And I said, you would really make me write Tutti Frutti in my booty 100 times? She said, that's 100. And I looked at Scuba and said, can you believe I have to write Tutti Frutti in my booty 100 times? And she said, now it's 200. I said, oh man, I can't even imagine writing Tutti Frutti in my booty 200 times. She said, now it's 400. We kept at it, and I finally quit at 2,400 times. The main reason I quit was Steven quit laughing because he was afraid he was going to get in trouble too. Scuba Steven is what I meant to say. The really bad part about that is she only let me write it during recess. So I lost a bunch of recesses. So that shows my commitment to making people laugh and willing to pay the price. When I was in high school, I was just taking the basic classes to pass, to get my diploma. My math teacher, I can't remember his name, realized that I was way smarter than I let on to be, and that was part of what made math so boring. So he gave us a test. It was non-graded. It was to see where our levels were. And I was the only person that got a 100% on it. He tried to get me to bump up to a harder math, and I wouldn't do it. So he bet me that I could not raise my grade from an F to an A, which he said I had plenty of time to do. Well, that Christmas, I had started a rumor that I was going to bring Ex-Lax brownies for our Christmas party. My mom made the best brownies. She made a nice big plate, nice pyramid of them. Nobody would touch them because everybody just knew I really brought Ex-Lax brownies. Well, me and my buddy walked up to the plate because he knew I didn't really do it, and we took the top 2 brownies. And then once we started eating them, everybody jumped on them. To include my math teacher. He was on his second brownie, and he just said to me, I knew you wouldn't really do that. And I started laughing. And I said, oh, but I did. He said, well, you and I can't remember who the other guy was. Y'all ate some. I said, I know. I kind of messed up showing my hand too early. Word got out that I was bringing Ex-Lax brownies. I knew nobody would eat any. So the top 2 were regular brownies. All the rest were Ex-Lax brownies. He got this very solemn look on his face. He looked around, made sure no one was within earshot, and he leaned over and said, "So help me God, if my class is interrupted due to this, I will kick your fucking ass." I let him sweat for a few more seconds, probably seemed like minutes. And then I told him the truth. Nah, they're not. I wouldn't do that. I just like to put shit like that out there. During my late teens, I had a group of friends I hung out with. We'd always drink and get high and other recreational activities. Well, we were at a friend's house. She had horses. And I can't remember who started it, but someone threw a dried horse turd at someone. And it became a game. We were horse shit ninjas. We paired off into 2 teams. And the best thing in the world is find a horse turd that's pretty dry on the outside but still wet in the middle. That gives it some density. So it's got throwing power. Plus, when you hit someone really good, it'll leave a little pyramid of fresh horse shit on them. The game had been going really well. We're all sorts of in altered states. And the sun started going down. Getting a little hard to see. And we had been using sticks as swords. Well, we all agreed to put them down. One person didn't get that. So as one of the enemy was running from our team, she whacked him across the legs with across both legs with her sword. He was so pissed. The same person thought that geese were tall ducks. Odd. Back in the day, I got a job as a bouncer at a nightclub due to martial arts experience. I have a friend who was the door girl there, and she was telling them they needed a bouncer and all about me. So this club wasn't really that rough of a place. I broke up 2 fights the first night, which is when I learned that women, when they fight, they're there to fight. Guys, they know they get in a couple of punches, somebody's going to break it up, a lot of shit talking, it's over. Women ain't like that. They fight. I'm usually tired after breaking up a female fight. Anyways, we had dancers. We had male dancers downstairs because they drew the bigger crowd, and the female dancers upstairs, which wasn't such a draw. Not that they were ugly, just for whatever reason, more women showed up to see these guys. So as I became friends with them, they were telling me, because back in the day, super tight pants, parachute pants, you definitely saw underwear lines, which I didn't give a shit about. I know a lot of you do. They told me, hey man, you need to stop wearing underwear. Okay, the dancers do it, the chicks dig it, so I'll do it. Now the problem is, when you're wearing skin tight parachute pants, if the zipper comes undone, it opens up. So I was playing pool back by the bathrooms for like an hour. These women would walk by and smile. Nobody said nothing. The friends I was shooting pool with didn't say anything. Finally, when I had to go piss, I reached for my fly. I realized why those women kept walking by, trying not to laugh at me. My fly had been down the entire time. That's when I first got the inkling. Being embarrassed isn't that bad. It's not going to kill you. One of my favorite childhood memories is when we first got to Germany. Oh, let me pause. My dad, he almost never got riled up about anything. He could handle any situation without getting mad. However, when we first got to Germany in April of 1980, it was kind of chilly, it was raining, we were walking across posts. We're all enduring the rain. My brother, who's 3 years younger than me, started whining about it and wouldn't stop. So my dad, I'm gonna have to show you with this hand. He was, this person, brother, was over here. My dad took his right hand and smacked him twice in the back of the head, once in the mouth, and then once in the back of the head again, and said, "That's enough. We're all in the rain." So for years, I tortured my brother. I always sat behind my dad in the car so he couldn't see me. So when I got bored, I'd look over at my brother and go. And one day my brother snapped. We're on our way to Nuremberg, and he yelled, "Stop it, God damn it!" My dad was like, "Hey!" Because he didn't cuss much either. "What's going on back there?" My brother had to say, "He won't stop doing that." My dad had no clue. I've been torturing him for years with this. Had no clue what he was talking about. So in his rage, super pissed off, my brother had to show my dad. I almost pissed myself. My dad was like, "The hell is that?" He didn't even remember the story when it was explained to him. Oh, I really am the nicest asshole you'll ever meet. A lot of people ask me, "Don't you get embarrassed by doing it?" Because I'll do some of the silliest shit in public. I don't care, especially under security cameras, because I figure that person up there is bored, want to see something entertaining, so I have a tendency to do entertaining things under the security camera or within eye shot of a stranger where they think that I don't think that they can see me, just to get the laugh. The reason I don't get embarrassed, no matter what, these days, is I was watching a murder mystery show on TV, and this woman had murdered her husband in his sleep and tried to make it look like a robbery gone bad. Well, everything pointed at her. She got upset, got set up by the Texas Rangers, and they caught her on video trying to go get the murder weapon where she had ditched it. So they had her dead to rights. So while I'm watching this show, I see the AGM from where I work on the show. Literally the next day when I was coming in from break, he was standing at the front door, and I said, "Hey, I saw you on TV yesterday. And you look kind of confused." I said, "I see you're not smart enough to get out of jury duty." And he said, "Huh?" And I told him, and he goes, "Oh, no, I wasn't on jury duty. That's my sister-in-law, and she murdered my brother in his sleep." And it was all I could do not to shit in my pants. I was like, "I'm sorry?" That's all I could think to say, and I walked away. So that's why I don't get embarrassed. I mean, over the years, I've put myself in some bizarre situations. Embarrassment's not going to kill you, folks. It sucks for a little bit for some people. It is what it is. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this one, this little break from the darkness. Probably not the best video in the world, but I promise you everything I just told you is 100% true. So, if you've enjoyed it, hit that like button. Thought it sucked? Hit the thumbs down. I'm good with that too. I do appreciate it if you haven't subscribed, clicking that subscribe button and hitting that bell so that you know every time I post a new video. I try to post a new one every Tuesday and Thursday. Sometimes, if I get a chance, even more. So, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Make someone laugh if you get the chance. Until next time, I am Bob Six. Peace!